Welcome to Brolapse, the fisting podcast that goes deep. Explore my life, views, and raw, unfiltered conversations with the creators that are redefining kink, connection, and the fisting community. Hey, you guys, welcome back for another episode of Brolapse, and I am very excited about today's guest. He's somebody who my paths should have crossed with by now at this point, but hasn't yet. So Blue Eyes XXL is on the show today. So welcome to the show. Welcome to Brolapse.
Hi, everyone.
So where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Okay, nice. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I think that I must have been in Rome or I was somewhere in Italy, I think that we were supposed to meet up. I've been to Rome.
Oh, see, yeah. I
Yeah.
think we have a friend in common.
Who's that?
Is a guy that is very into fisting. And
Rome?
I know him, but we're not close friends. So he was talking about you many months ago.
Okay.
You guys had to meet here in Milan or maybe in Florida.
Fabrizio?
Yeah, Fabrizio. Yes.
Oh, I love him. He's my
Yeah.
he's my Italian husband.
Okay.
I love him so much. That's so cute.
He's
He's amazing. I talk to him all the time. He's so great.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool to know that you know him.
Yeah.
I have a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
How did you get started as a content creator?
Okay. I started officially during the first pandemic, so in 2021, relatively late. Because I'm 37, almost 38, and I remember at that time I was working for a very important Italian luxury brand. So I was a little bit worried about, the negative way that being a porn content creator could affect on my Fortunately, I decided to quit with fashion
Okay.
because too much responsibility, too much stress. The earning was good, but was enough good for living in such an expensive city as Milan. Because I'm originally from Naples.
Okay.
But I've been living in Milan since 2012.
Okay.
And during the years, city, the prices, rents, everything increased, but salaries are still very, very low. I
Yeah.
think are the only country in Europe where the salaries are, the lowest ones.
And Milan's a beautiful city. I mean, like, it's
Yeah.
so much
It,
fun. I've been.
yeah. It gives you a lot of possibilities, and is in the center of the Europe. So in 1 hour, I'm in Paris by plane. I'm in London. So it's a very nice.
Very convenient.
Place. Yeah. So I have to say that everything came very, very naturally, because when I joined for years sex clubs and gay parties. Everyone used to ask me, why don't you become a professional porn actor or a live performer, because you have the attitude, you have the shape, you have something nice to show.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, why not? Probably it's the right moment.
We're all exhibitionists at heart.
Yes.
So we all love to show off.
Okay, maybe it's time to start. So I started, to experiment, to understand what I liked and what was my comfort zone. So
Awesome.
that's my starting point.
Nice. So was there a turning point that you realized that this could become more than just a hobby, or did it start as a hobby and then turn into something that you were doing for work, or for work, but for your brand, basically? Was there a turning point at some point where you decided, I'm going to do this seriously?
Yeah, you know what? I've been working as an escort for many years. So I've always earned, using my body, not just to give like sex dates, but
The boyfriend experience.
offer, a certain kind of experience, a positive, possibly unforgettable, in order my fans to come back to me in the future. Of course, when you see that your fan base is increasing, and with platform as OnlyFans and just for fans, they are good business opportunity. So I said, okay, I can try to make it. Yeah, it was a business opportunity, but when you consider yourself as a brand, or potentially as a brand, is always a little bit dangerous, because you're saleable.
Yeah.
Most of the time you lose your authenticity. You're not spontaneous anymore.
You're performing. You're no longer doing it for fun.
Yes. So my main purpose was to become myself and to keep my personality and be coherent with with the way I am, basically.
Nice. That's exactly the same philosophy that I have. I've always just
Yeah.
thought of myself as I want to just show people what it's like for me when I have normal hookup.
Yeah.
Just put a camera in the corner, and I've recently started using a cameraman, but the camera in the corner just kind of just so that it's just me, the person I'm fucking, and the viewer in the room. Basically, there's no extra
Yeah.
person, so it kind of keeps the authenticity real. It keeps it grounded. So you've called yourself both nasty and sweet. So
Yeah.
how do you balance those two sides of your persona and your content?
This is what the way I define myself, but this is a fun suggestion. They
Okay.
have fantasy. They are very creative, and they suggest me to to put this definition in my bio, nasty and sweet. As uh, basically, I have this.
You're
I
very boyishly
say,
handsome.
yeah, it's especially with those glasses that gives me this a boy told me that I look like a pervert teacher or something.
Nice.
Yes, there's a lot of creativity. The rest of my body is heavily tattooed, so I have flowers on this side, so it's very colorful. But on the other side, I'm totally black with dead birds and bats and snakes. That's exactly it describes exactly what my personality and my attitude. So
Yeah.
I thought it was perfect because I have this clean face, but I'm basically an exhibitionist. I'm a sex machine. Sometimes I love to enjoy sex groups. So
Yeah.
is exactly the mirror of my personality.
You're preaching to the choir. I got fisted 5 times yesterday. I had 5 guys come over to fist me
Hey,
yesterday, so I can relate to being a machine sometimes because I was just
hey,
I woke up so fucking horny yesterday, and this boy that I had spent the night, I was like, it's 8 in the morning. I'm like, hey, can you fist me really quick? It just started the day
yes,
off on a tangent. So I like that. I didn't realize that about your tattoos, and that's kind of it's a similar idea for full sleeve tattoos that I have an idea for at one point in my life, some point in my life when I can
mm,
get them. But it's one side is all about like recovery and growth and potential, and the other side is about like the decay and stuff like that, things like the
yeah,
trauma that I've been through. So I had 2 full sleeves designed that I'm hopefully at one point gonna eventually get done.
yeah.
But I have a friend in Nice that I really want to have to do it. So I just got to get my ass back there.
Mhm.
So who have been some of your favorite collaborators that you've worked with so far, and why do they stand out to you?
Okay, I work with a lot of guys. Some of them are famous porn stars. Other ones are sexy and interesting guys. Max on Grinder. So
Yeah,
it doesn't matter basically who you are. I
right.
mean, my best videos are the ones where you can see the connection, that you can see the chemistry. There are some very basic videos made with the camera, no lights. They are very rude videos, but probably they are the best ones because you can the real animal attitude.
Yeah,
Okay, completely relaxed. I moan, I scream, I talk with my partner.
yeah,
Uh, I'm completely relaxed, and probably I don't know. That's what I want to offer to my fan base.
yeah.
Some, something that is real, authentic, and
When it
uh,
becomes overly produced, it feels too much like a porno to me, and
yeah,
I want it to feel like a hookup. I want to feel the amateur vibe,
I know.
especially on sites like Just for Fans or OnlyFans. Like I'm really there for the amateur content, and when it starts to feel overly produced, it's kind of like,
Yeah, they feel too much. You're not close anymore to them.
yeah,
I received many complaints, okay, about the fact that now I'm a little bit more popular. So I only work with those famous porn stars, famous content creators. Yeah, it's true because I'd lie if I'd say that I don't like those famous performers.
I mean, who wouldn't want to fuck a famous porn star?
Sorry.
I said, who doesn't want to fuck a famous porn star?
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. But at the same time, I try, to make everyone happy. Is I know that it's difficult because we have such a huge fan base. You should try to create a balance between what people want. So that's probably the most difficult aspect to manage.
Yeah. I'm a little bit of the opposite. I kind of just give people what it's like it's strictly for me, it's strictly fisting. For me, it's strictly prolapse stuff. And if they don't
Yeah.
like it, they can hit the road. So, but but I've kind of got myself into a little box because I feel I've kind of I've been sitting at 150,000 followers for the last 2 years, and so I feel I've gotten that market and I've gotten all of them. That's all I'm gonna get.
No, you're right. I probably still need to understand because everything is in progress, of course. You should try to understand what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with where I'm at. I'm comfortable with making the content that makes me happy and makes
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I look at the way that I do my content as a sexual documentary. It's just a documentary about my sex life. And so people are getting what I normally do, and I normally don't do
yes.
a whole lot of other stuff other than fisting and
Yeah,
big toys and stuff. So I found my niche. Is there anybody that you still want to work with? Anybody that you're eager to film with?
yes, many people. There are some performers that I knew recently. One of them is Tyler Rex. Is
Love him.
Polish guy, so yeah.
Yeah.
And we had to meet at the Folsom Parade in Berlin, but he was sick, so we canceled. Promised each other to
He's so sweet. We had a crazy weekend together in Berlin. It was nuts. So
yeah.
it was a lot of fun, but it was crazy.
Yeah. There's another guy from France, is Dimitri Venum. He's extremely sexy. I met him in Milan during a live show. We fucked a little bit, so there was a good chemistry, and I think that it's
It's
the
gonna
the right person because it's fucking sexy. Yeah.
happen. That's cool. So I was gonna ask you about this. You've tweeted about cruising in some creepy places.
Yeah.
I did my homework on you before I did this.
Yeah.
So you've cruised in some creepy places. What do you enjoy about mixing sex and adventure in those settings?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's something that I mean I cannot explain. I only can tell you that when I'm in this kind of places as abandoned factories or public toilets or in empty places, for example, not necessarily something that must be creepy, but basement in parks during the evening.
I'm
I,
so not a cruiser. That's my thing. So I'm learning as I go because I don't cruise. I'm so bad at it, and so I'm
yeah,
always impressed by people that are able to do that.
yes, yes. No, it's something that, of course, 10 years ago, I wouldn't do this kind of things.
Yeah,
Okay. It's something that came step by step, something that you have to be comfortable with and you have to feel it. In this moment, I feel some shivers if I think, to the fact that I could fuck in public toilets or in a park or in a forest, especially during the night, for example, because it's like an animal instinct that comes out and you can feel the adrenaline that is running through your body. So it's probably something connected with something primordial that is natural. So
yeah. The fucking
that's the answer. I don't know.
no, that makes sense. I mean, it's nature and be an animal. It's like
Yeah.
it's what we are. So
But even in dark rooms, for example, I feel completely free in a certain way. I feel like I'm a caveman that is totally there's no inhibitions. So
that's hot.
yeah,
Super
yeah.
hot. I wish I had that gene. I wish I had that in me that was I just get too I get I'm such a contradiction because I am so out there on the internet, but I'm so shy in real life. It's a little hard for me to put myself out there and do cruising in public. I'm much more likely to get on my phone and get on Scruff or something at a bathhouse and be like, who's close
Okay.
by? Who's close by? So, but
No, but then there's another example that could be stupid, but for example, being naked on a beach or in a place where nudity is permitted, it makes me feel so comfortable.
so at Berlin Folsom and other events like that, you are clearly very comfortable with pushing boundaries. I think if that's safe to say. So how does public play or fetish streetwear feed into your creativity when it comes to filming scenes or
It's very important. It's extremely important because since I was a teenager, I mean, I was very, into underground, gothic, cyberpunk culture. So me and a group of friends they are still my dearest friends in the present. We used to play with, I mean, the look in the air when I had hair.
yeah.
I had this huge, colorful mohawk.
Oh, cool.
yeah, walk with those high platform boots with chains everywhere. Even we very into body modification with piercings. With I see that you have your lobes stretched, and I had the same stretched lobes. Now probably you can see that there's a little hole here.
Drunk, yeah.
And I stopped working. It wasn't permitted, so I was forced to take off everything.
Oh,
Uh, but yeah, enjoying a community like the Gothic community, the fetish community is something extremely important. So that kind of apparel, the fashion, the streetwear represents something that makes me feel comfortable. And I have to say, the main purpose was and is still to probably to shake a little bit people's mind,
yeah,
and most of the time is a political statement as well,
yeah,
because there that you're totally free and everybody should be should enjoy
yeah.
this side of their character.
I know that, like, when I get geared up, it always just makes me feel sexier. It just makes me feel sexy, like, if I'm,
Yeah,
like, geared up, and I just did an episode last episode was about latex, and, or one of my last episodes was about l the intersection between latex and fisting, and I remember the first time I put on latex, I got a hard on, like,
yeah,
immediately. I was just like, "Fuck, this is so hot." Like, I love this. So, yeah, it was, I get that, and I get about making the statement. Like, people
yeah,
really should just kinda it's really I feel bad for people that are so kind of like closed off and closed minded to, like,
mm,
or stuck in that kind of like heteronormative, like, this is how I need to behave, blah, blah, blah. Cause it's so much fun. It's so
yeah.
much fun.
And it's fun because in Folsom, I've never been to San Francisco. I would love to join San Francisco.
It just happened.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Many friends are there at the moment. But the fact that everything takes place in the city, okay, in the neighborhood of Berlin,
Yeah.
but you get all the people walking around the city, and they are close to, people are very curious. They watch you. They most of the time they ask you. They want to make a picture. So I think is a good way to to make closer each other. Two
Yeah.
different worlds that are closer.
I wanna go back to Folsom Berlin so bad. I had so much fun when I went.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a blast.
I come back home regenerated with a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's amazing. Yes, it's like an experience that everyone should do once in life.
Nice.
Yeah,
You said you're in Paris. You're an hour from Paris?
yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, maybe we could try. I mean, I'm coming for my birthday so next month, so maybe we can try and make something happen when I'm there.
Ah,
So, okay, so this is a fisting podcast, and we haven't touched on
okay,
fisting yet. Let's talk a little bit about that. So, what was your origin story with toys and fisting, and like what made you keep going at it?
okay. The story starts in 2000. I don't remember, but I was 21 years old, so is many years ago. I remember that I was at university, and at that time the social media didn't exist. Few videos on the web. Yes, you can see some. You could see some fisting scenes, but just the movies. So you have to buy some fisting movies
Yeah,
to
they were always
to,
more expensive too, right?
and they were very expensive. Yes.
Yeah,
So what I learned about fisting, but at the time I was only fister. Okay, I've learned from two professional fisters. So they were my main teachers for many months. We met and they taught me everything
yeah,
about it. And with one of them, I'm still in contact. The
nice.
other one, I think, is would be 90 years old now.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, if he's still with us, but it was like craftsmanship. I don't know how to explain it, but you needed somebody that
Knew what they're doing.
was yeah. You need a teacher. You needed a teacher. Okay, and that's what I had. Then there was a big gap, or 10 years, because basically, okay, yes, was interesting, but probably I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and during the pandemic, okay,
This
because
is when everybody got into fisting during the pandemic.
yeah, enough time to understand what we wanted from life.
Yeah.
Okay, I had some huge dildos and plugs. So I started with hole stretching, and I started exploring and feeling these new kind of sensations that I never felt before, and I liked it. I
Yeah.
liked it. So that's the starting point of my.
So you're a COVID fisting baby.
Yes, yes. As a beginner. I'm
Yeah.
still a beginner. That is no. I mean, maybe I'm intermediate level. Okay, second level.
Yeah. It's hot. I mean, I love the videos where you're ramming yourself with big toys.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
I'm
so
starting those bigger toys. I do it step by step because I don't wanna. I have, of course, some limits, and I don't want to overreach them too
yeah.
fast.
Of course, and you don't wanna hurt yourself. The message that I'm always trying to send with this show is just to take it easy and take it slow, and it's not a race. You might see crazy shit on the internet, but those people have been doing fisting for forever. So, it's not a huge race to get to, you know, crazy punch fisting.
No, no, no. You know what? Sometimes I stop for many weeks because I don't know. I don't feel I want to do it,
Yeah,
and then I start again with with the basic stretching, with small toys. The 3 days after, I use bigger toys. Is everything you have to pay attention. Yeah, you have to be very careful because it's not a challenge among us. We are we have to respect our body and understand what our limits are.
yeah. I mean,
And also,
you know what happened to me, right?
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
know
so
it.
that was just a fluke accident, but injuries are possible.
Yeah,
Very real.
of
So,
course, I'm referring to the beginners.
yeah.
Expert fisters are probably in another dimension. Okay, so it's something that okay is terrible, but I can understand that can happen, of course.
Yeah,
But with body modifications as well, with gym, with extreme sports, is
yeah.
I think it's the same. It's exactly the same. There's no
There's a
difference.
level of risk involved in every
Yeah,
extreme activity that we do.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you come up with the name Blue Eyes XXL?
This is an interesting story because, as I said before, all my nicknames and all the things I write into the bios comes from something in particular. Blue eyes is comes from the fact that since I was a kid, everyone used to say that I had beautiful eyes. Ah, what a beautiful eyes! Ah, you have big eyes. Ah, you have sweet eyes. My French teacher at the high school used to call me beaux yeux. That means beautiful eyes.
Oh.
So I said, okay, that's gonna be my nickname because it's memorable, because it's easy to I mean understand is
For those of you guys who are just listening and not watching, he does have really beautiful eyes.
no, it's the truth. It's probably the only thing that I said, okay, they accept it. Because for years and years and years, everybody told me, okay, those eyes, beautiful, beautiful. Didn't understand at the beginning. I said, okay, maybe it could be useful. And so I decided to use it. XXL is because I have a big tool between my legs.
Okay.
So very
Very simple. So the
yeah.
eyes part is very cute. That's very cute. That
Yeah, yeah, it is. It
yeah,
is. But because it's very simple to remind. So,
yeah. Blue Eyes XL, XXL. It's very catchy.
yeah, it is.
It's easy to remember.
It sounds like, a Japanese porn, I don't know, teenager porn. So I don't know. It's something that
I just
reminds me like, I don't know.
I love that people aren't using traditional porn names anymore. So and so Steel or so and so Angel or so and so blah blah blah. It's like
Yeah,
I love that people are using screen names because I feel they're more you get a better feel for who they are as a person when they use screen names for their porn names.
I have to say the truth, honestly. My Italian name is Giovanni. Okay, so I wanted to use Johnny Blue at the beginning.
Okay.
But there are a lot of Johnnies.
Yeah.
There's Johnny Piper, Johnny,
Rapid.
Johnny Bravo. There's people used to making confusion. Johnny Viper. No, I'm Johnny Blue. Ah, you're John. So, okay, let's change it completely. So,
Yeah.
eh,
It was a good decision.
yes, yeah.
So you've mentioned on your X feed anal orgasm. So what's your perspective on the body's potential and how do you explore that in your content?
Okay. It's something that I'm still exploring because since I started with fisting, I had my first anal orgasm. I didn't have it with the dildo, but okay, I can say the name. My first anal orgasm was with Rocostin.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, he does give amazing anal orgasms.
Yes. Yes, I don't know. Don't ask me how, but it happened. But he's a dear friend. I mean, I know him very well. Is a very sweet person. So probably that day the connection was so strong that I had this unexpected reactions. So probably had the best sex in my own life with him.
Yeah, he's the best when it comes to fucking dick fucking. I remember getting fucked by him and I was thinking, "This is what dick sex is supposed to feel like again."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was
yeah.
like, "This is where it's
And
at."
it wasn't fuck me so hard. It was very sweet and very deep and very. I was totally relaxed. I don't know,
Yeah,
man, but had this mm, mm, could feel the adrenaline and an explosion at a certain point. And I said, "Oh my god, what the fuck is this?" I never experienced something like this before. So from that moment, I started and I tried and I tried in different positions with different tools, and
yeah,
finally I found the right combination.
hot. There's nothing like it. I mean, for those of you guys that are listening that haven't had an anal orgasm, I feel for you because I mean, you don't know what you're missing yet. So it always, anytime I have one, it always makes me piss and it's I piss slash cum at the same time.
Yes.
And I don't know what's coming out of me, but something's coming out of
No,
me.
no. Something. It's like the sensation is a heavy session of gym that puts a lot of adrenaline in your body. So
Yeah,
you shaking, but you feel happy.
yeah,
Is addictive.
yeah.
So you have to be
Everything in moderation.
yeah. Yeah, so talking about body potential, I think that it is an unlimited potential. Probably is everything connecting to the fact that I touched some part of my body, the internal one that I never touched before. So the reaction was totally unexpected, and I couldn't explain why.
It's really cool when you feel new feelings that you didn't know your body was capable of.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit creepy when I talk about these things with some friends. They say, "Oh my god, this is creepy." Especially when I say that if you feel someone deeply, you can feel the heart.
Yeah.
Yes, they are like, but it's amazing.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, when I can feel somebody's heart beating on my fingertips,
Yes,
there's no real way to get closer to someone than that.
yes,
It's like
and it's
you're
intimate. So I mean, there's nothing. It's I mean, is hot and is an extreme kind of sex, but I think it's extremely intimate. There's a lot of intimacy between you and your partner because it literally goes inside you.
yeah.
So you
It
have to,
requires a really deep level of trust and connection.
yes. Otherwise, you close, you don't relax. It's a very bad sensation.
I can always tell in the first, like, 30 seconds of a fisting session how it's gonna go for me. It just seems if the guy is too forceful, too fast, or too,
Yeah.
I shut down, and even I shut down. It's like there's people think I can get
Okay.
fisted by anybody, but I really have to be mentally into it to really enjoy it.
Yes, yes. Or you have to guide them,
Yeah,
especially beginners. So you have to talk with them and to say, okay, more gently, please. Don't push it. Don't turn
yeah,
the face side.
yeah. It's all about
Yeah,
communication in the end.
it's all about communication, definitely.
So,
Yeah,
and I think some people are afraid to communicate. I've noticed that recently is that people are afraid to voice what they want and what they need.
yeah,
And
yeah,
one of my hopes for this show is to just kind of encourage people to learn how to communicate a little bit, not better, but just communicate. Just learn to, stand up for yourself, stand up for what you want, talk about what you want, talk about what you need.
yeah. Very
Make,
simple.
makes for a much better session.
Yes.
So you've got a ton of followers on Twitter or X now, over 100,000. So what do you think it is about the videos that you're making that resonates with people? Is it the authenticity that you've brought to the videos?
Probably. Yes. That's probably I mean allows me to keep this big fan base.
Yeah.
A lot of time was very difficult, but yeah, I think that the fact that I keep my authentic, I mean, as much as possible. I mean, the most of them are faithful and they
For
express.
the people you want to fuck, probably, I'm guessing too.
No, even for example, I met a guy at the gym. Okay, that told me I was ashamed to talk with you because I didn't want to disturb you. Because I recognize you, I know you are, but I didn't want to talk because I was ashamed. And I said, "Oh no, if you're kind, if anybody would be kind like you, would be perfect." And I'm happy when people say hello or they want to, talk 5 minutes with you.
Yeah. Yeah, it just there's a time and a place. I always say it's if I'm out with my family, if you recognize me, please don't come up and say hi to me.
Eh,
If I'm with my grandmother out in the grocery store, now's not the time. But gym, stuff like that, bars, it's a different story. So
Yeah.
I hope you stay that way with the eagerness to talk to people that are because I get a little jaded sometimes. I don't know what I when they say I love your work, I say thank you, and then I don't really know what
No, I mean, you know
after.
what? Sometimes you feel forced to give them something in exchange.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Especially in sex clubs or during parties, you don't know how to deal with them.
yeah,
Okay. What I try to do is to create some limits. I mean, the right distance. Because most of them, they think you're a sex toy, so they start, touching you,
yeah.
without your
That's what gets me.
yeah, there's something that's upset me
Yeah.
and be very, very impolite at that point. So what I try to do is to make them understand that you're a human being after all. So you're not at their complete disposition, and it's all about respect and being polite. Nothing more.
That actually segues immediately into what I was going to ask you next, which was how outside of sex, as a real person, what kind of
Mm.
things are you interested in? Like, what keeps you grounded as a person?
As a person, I have few rules. I mean, when I started with um, I basically promise to myself that anytime I feel like uncomfortable or if I don't feel in shape, for example, I have to quit. I have to stop. Even for 1 week, 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. This is a job that I like. I've never come back. I would never come back because I can manage my time. I have a lot of free time. Of course, I have to earn
Yeah,
because I have to pay the bills.
you gotta hustle, baby.
Yeah, so that's the base. But I think everyone should care about their mental and physical health.
Yes.
That's the most important things because unfortunately, um, a lot of people that I know, some were my close friends, somebody not. Okay, they had big problems. Some of them committed suicide. This is a very serious problem because there are some periods where you're more depressed or you don't feel like things are not going how you planned.
Yeah.
So you're more hungry. Um, and so you just have to stop, okay, and you have to recover yourself. So that's what I try to do. I go to the gym or I spend 100 euros to go to dinner, for example, and I'm happy because I feel that is something that I deserve.
It's self care.
Yeah, and I stay with friends, with family. I save some time to travel, for example. That's all. There's nothing special.
Well, that's perfect. That's a perfect answer. How do you stay grounded as a person? You take care of yourself.
Yeah, yeah. It's exactly what I wanted to avoid. To be overstressed and be constantly nervous. I know, it's not for me.
Yeah.
So
Good.
I have this privilege that I have the chance to manage my time and to decide how to go to holiday, for example, how long I can stay. Yeah, I think anyone should do it.
Nice. This is my second to last question, essentially my last question before I ask you where people
Mm,
can find you online. For creators that are just starting out in the industry, what's one lesson that you wish that you knew at the beginning when you first started um, that you could bestow
mm.
upon new creators?
Yeah, yeah. The answer is connected to the last question.
I knew it was. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah,
Because I know many young content creators that want to start, okay, but I see that they are very insecure. So when I talk with them, the best suggestion that I can give them is not to put the earning at the top of the list. So they should understand why they really want to start. And there's another important thing that in this time and age, when a video or a photo of you, of your face, of your body goes in internet to the web, is almost impossible to delete it.
yeah. It's
Okay.
make sure you're ready to cross that bridge when you cross it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's why I started very late, because I needed to understand what kind of problems this work could generate and the way that this job could affect on my personal life.
Yeah.
Okay. So probably the best thing they should do is to speak with someone that is more experienced and take more time to decide.
Yeah. That's great advice. I mean, like, I
Yeah.
thought once you cross that bridge into showing your face on the internet doing
You never come
content,
back.
you can't
No.
come back. I mean, and I made that decision. I was 18 years old when I started doing porn for Raging Stallion in 2007. And if I could go back in time and tell myself, I would have been the actual lessons that I the things that I was afraid would happen never happened, but the things that I never thought about happened. Because for me, the way that it affects me is that it's so hard for me to find a boyfriend. It's so hard for me to find because they get so intimidated by the fact that I have this big persona on the internet. And it's difficult, and if you would have told me that, I probably would have been never mind. But it was that's the one thing that I wasn't prepared for. How difficult it would be to find a partner when you have an online persona like this.
Yeah, yeah. Or you find a partner that makes you the same job.
Yeah, I tried that too. That did not end well for me. So,
No,
so that did not end well for me.
not
But
a good idea.
yeah, so I decided after that I was like, no more content creators. So like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so
No, no, but
where
I'm totally agree. Yes. No, I was saying that this job is not for everyone. I mean, you have to be strong. You have to be uh,
skin,
perfectly, yes, skilled. You must have the tools to fight with people, because maybe you're lucky that your friends can understand your decisions, but many of them maybe won't understand. So it's very easy to be disappointed. Few advices, but good suggestions.
yeah,
Yes.
good, awesome. Where that reaches the end of the questions that I had for you.
No,
I feel it flew by. I really enjoyed talking to you. So
thank.
where can people find more about you on the internet and what's coming next for you? You have any big projects or anything you're excited?
Uh, I have some projects. Maybe I'm ready to make some live shows.
Nice.
It's something that I was very ashamed that because I don't know why, but maybe it's time to to overreach a limit that I
Nice.
had. So I'm trying to arrange some live shows in clubs or in events.
Very cool.
Is even a work in progress, and other videos that are coming out.
Sweet. Awesome. So you're on Just for Fans X. Are you on Blue Sky?
I'm on Just for Fans, Only Fans, and Twitch.
Okay, cool. So I'll include the links to your pages in the bio for the or the description for the page or for the
Okay.
episode. And that's that. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
having.
Of
It was a
course.
pleasure.
If you guys are enjoying the show, Brolapse is available on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, and iHeartRadio. We go live Friday nights at 8 o'clock across all platforms. Early video access is available for Spotify subscribers. As soon as I'm done editing them, which has been just a little bit before the audio goes live lately, video episodes go live at 8 p.m. on HungerFF.com and just for fans/HungerFF. I'll also give Blue Eyes a copy for his page as well, so you can stream it there. And I look forward to seeing all of you guys next week. Have a beautiful night.
Bye, guys. Ciao.
Thanks for going deep with me on HungerFF Presents Brolapse. If you're loving the ride, hit subscribe, drop a review, and share the fisting love. Follow me on social media at HungerFF for unfiltered updates and exclusive content. But until next time, keep it raw, real, and always hungry. I'll see you on the next episode.